It's your girl, Michelle D.I., Mrs. Divine Intervention herself. To all my helper bees out there, you know who you are. Those that are always helping everyone else and neglecting yourself. Yes, boo, look in the mirror. I'm talking to you. Here to let you know God has not forgotten about you. I've been sent on divine assignment. It's time for Reflections Choosing Me Guilt Free. That means 30 minutes for your mind, your body, spirit, and emotions. And don't act like you don't have time. You have time for everyone and everything else. Sit back and relax because if you're here, that means this show is for you or it's for someone you know. But most likely, it's for both of y'all. Deep breaths, love. Let's go. Hey family, hey family, hey family. It's your girl, Miss Michelle Allen Franklin. I'm back. We on the radio. Reflections Choosing Me Guilt Free. We're back, family. It is Monday. It's Mrs. Michelle DIY. Yes, for divine intervention, honey, because you know there are no coincidences in this world. Only God's divine intervention in our lives. How y'all doing? Y'all doing? Look, in Texas, it is nice outside. Can we say thank you, Lord, for this beautiful, nice spring weather? It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's like Goldilocks, just right. Took me back to my childhood today. I'm like, oh, it's nice. It's nice. Look, family, we are in the middle of, we started a new series last week. Called Demonic Entities. Demonic Entities. Last week, y'all know how your girl do. Every week, I bring something from the mind, the body, the spirit, the emotion. So that's week 1 is the mind. Week 2 is the body. Week 3 is the spirit. And week 4 is the emotions. And this week, we are on week 2 and we are on the body. New series called Demonic Entities. I came up with this series a couple of years ago. The Lord gave me this, and I'll give you the short version because we talked about it. I talk about it a little bit more in detail. Go to the YouTube channel, follow your girl, Reflections CMGF. That is Reflections Choosing Me Guilt Free, Reflections CMGF at YouTube, because we know we only have 30 minutes here. And so I can only give you but so much information. But there, my podcast is there. You'll find previous episodes from us being on the radio show on the channel. So on the YouTube channel. So yeah, go over there and follow your girl. Help me out. Help your girl out. I always forget to say that. You know, I think when you're pouring and pouring and pouring, I forget to, come back and say, help your girl out and give me a little follow over there if you like anything that you hear on this here radio. So I'm blessed to be here. So again, we are started a new series. So demonic entities, again, I came up with a couple of years ago. I kept seeing fallen angels. And y'all know your girl is from Baltimore, Maryland. And my pastor was Jamal Harrison Bryant. He is in Atlanta now, but back in the day, he was at Empowerment Temple. He started his own church, Empowerment Temple, AME, in Baltimore. And I kept hearing Pastor Bryant say, the devil and his imps, the devil and his imps. And so I knew about the devil getting kicked out of heaven, but I didn't know about the other 200 or so angels that followed him. And so I started thinking about how those spirits show up on this side of heaven, and they show up as spirits, demonic entities. They show up as fear, self-sabotage, doubt, right? Shame and guilt. All of the things that I feel like put chains on us and hold us hostage, keeps you from getting to your next level in life. All those things are demonic entities. And so as I'm thinking about it and thinking about this series, I thought I want to continue on. So I started it a couple of years ago, actually, with fear. So if you go to the YouTube channel, you'll see a video already there on fear. I've done unforgiveness. That was huge, very, very huge for me. Unforgiveness. I've done unworthiness. The spirit of unworthiness lives in a lot of people. If you would have just asked me if I was unworthy or if I felt as if I was unworthy, honey, I would have said, no, boo. I love myself. What are you talking about? But as I talk through in the podcast, my actions, right, were not following up with my words. When you feel worthy, there are some certain things that you don't do. There are some relationships that you won't have. There are some places that you are not going to go. There are some behaviors that you are not going to allow to happen to you, right? And I just have found myself in certain relationships, and I thought, when did this become okay? Right? When did this become okay? And so unworthiness in the belly is a big one, big one. And so go ahead over there and check out the other ones, but we are adding on to the series. Last week we did self-sabotage. This week, and this isn't, I was like, well, this isn't a traditional in that I want you to keep your mind open. This isn't a tradition. I don't do anything traditional. I try to hit it and give it a different angle, right? So this one is inflammation today. And I'm talking about inflammation as a demonic entity because in the spirit of food, a food addiction, it affects our bodies. And so this is huge. Did you know that food causes inflammation? Well, we're going to get into it. Let's talk about it. What is inflammation? So, inflammation is just the body's normal and natural response. If you have an injury, you have an infection, anything harmful happens to you, right? That's how your body responds. It is a healing modality, right, for your body. Inflammation. Your white blood cells they come in there to, clean up and get everything together. But what happens with chronic inflammation? Chronic inflammation, it can cause several things. And so let's talk about it. Regular inflammation is just redness and swelling, right? The blood flows, it's a little fluid buildup. You might feel a little pain, a little heat. That's if you cut your fingers, to hit your bump your toe, any kind of injury. You may have a fever, all normal things. But chronic inflammation is what I want to get into, and that's inflammation that persists, and it can contribute to several health problems. Now, number one, heart disease. Inflammation can cause heart disease. Chronic inflammation can damage your blood vessels and lead to conditions that clog your arteries, like arteriosclerosis, and heart attacks and strokes. It's very, very important. Diabetes is an inflammatory response. Did you know that? Yeah, diabetes is an inflammatory response. It messes with the insulin. It causes insulin resistance or contributes to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Type 2 is diabetes that happens, you wasn't born with it, right? But because of your eating habits and the things that you're doing, that it will cause inflammation in your body, right? And cause you to have to develop diabetes. Number 3 is arthritis. hmm Arthritis and joint damage. So rheumatoid arthritis, if you have in joint pain, stiffness in your joints and your tissues. Chronic inflammation from arthritis is what causes that. Number 4 is digestive disorders. So we're talking irritable bowel syndrome, very prevalent in the African American community, Crohn's disease, ulcer colitis, and GERD, right? Reflux in the gut. Number 5 is obesity. Chronic inflammation contributes to obesity. I thought about just I've been on several long term, like 21-day water fast, 42-day water fast, and I will come off the fast feeling great. And the facilitator will talk about, healthy, changing your diet and your lifestyle. I've talked about this before. And I would, feel great coming off of the fast, and I would, maybe go vegan for 6 months or something. And then I would go, oh, let me just eat a piece of chicken. I promise you, as soon as I would eat, it was so amazing. I felt like my stomach would just all of a sudden blow up like a balloon. Boo, like all of a sudden, it just got so big. And I did not understand what was happening. But that chicken was causing inflammation in my body. And so, uh, obesity promotes inflammation. Food promotes inflammation. Number six, cognitive decline in Alzheimer's. Cognitive decline in Alzheimer's. We're talking about inflammation and the effects that it has on your body. Long term inflammation may contribute to brain degeneration, increasing your risk of neurodegenerative diseases such as dementia, Alzheimer's, right? And Alzheimer's disease. The last one is cancer. Chronic inflammation can promote abnormal cell growth and increase certain cancers in your life. And so, why is it important? It's important because this inflammation plays a significant role. Acute inflammation, we know is good. That's healing, right? But we're talking about the long-term effects of chronic inflammation. And so let's move on. Let me go down. I got my notes. So, how does food cause inflammation? So, certain foods can trigger or worsen inflammation in the body. So, it is promoting and disrupting your gut health, and it's causing these immune system reactions. What types of foods, Michelle, you asked? I'm going to tell you, boo. I'm going to tell you. Processed and refined foods. So we're talking foods high in sugars, artificial additives, right? White bread, pastries, candies, soda. hmm It's on the list. Excess sugar, and corn syrup. So we're talking all your sugary drinks, desserts, processed snacks. That's everything when you go down. Think about the aisle. As soon as I'm thinking about the Walmart aisle, as soon as you go on that very first road that you go down has all of the things, right? All of the desserts and the processed sugar, all your oatmeal pies and yeah. Number three. Look, I'm not gonna stay there. Number three, unhealthy fat. So we're talking trans fats and excessive omega 6s. Somebody saying, Michelle, omega 6s are supposed to be, I thought omegas were good. Omega 3s are good. But your omega 6s are fatty acid foods that promote inflammation. So you're talking fried foods, margarine, your vegetable oil, your corn oils, soybeans, sunflower oil. Like these are all oils. I don't know about you, but I thought those oils were good, right? Vegetable oil is not good. Yeah, nope. Causes inflammation. Number four is processed meats. So we're talking bacon. Oh, who don't love some bacon? Sausage, hot dogs, deli meat. Somebody said, Michelle, I can't listen to you no more. What am I going to eat? I'm just telling you, boo, these are the things, right? If you don't know, how will we do better? Right? So we got to talk about it. Processed foods, hot dogs, and deli meats. Do you know how much that was my go-to for my child was hot dogs and beans, and I would go buy a whole 20 pack, a big old thing of hot dogs, and that's an easy, nice, very well-priced meal, right? And so it's hard to talk about these things, especially nowadays, and it can create some fear in you, but I want you to just keep an open mind and know that God is bringing you this information because you're ready to handle it and you're ready to shift. If you're feeling, the bloating and all the just uncomfortable and what comes with obesity and all of the weight, your heart, your blood pressure, all of the things, I don't believe in coincidences. This message is for you. I have two more, dairy and gluten. They definitely can trigger. So we're talking cheese. Cheese is a culprit as well. That I talk to people about this all the time. Cheese will increase your blood pressure as well. Very, very sneaky culprit. It will increase your blood pressure. Milk, white bread, pastas. These are all foods that trigger and cause an inflammatory response. The last one it's on the list is alcohol and artificial additives. So, alcohol can irritate the gut lining, and the artificial ingredients disrupts the body's normal processes, thus causing the inflammation. Now, if you're like your girl, now talk about this as well. I I am a food addict, y'all. I have accepted it. People have their different things that they their go-tos. Mine's is food. Food makes me happy. Right? Food makes me happy. If I was having a stressful day at work, I would leave work. I would go up to Brahms, get me a banana split. I will go across the street, Troop Highway, to Chick-fil-A, get me some waffle fries, a large, please, and please get my Chick-fil-A sauce on the side. I need at least two or three. And then I'm going next door to Sonic and get some mozzarella sticks. Marinara sauce, please. It was a problem. It was a problem, right? So it is when you use food as a comfort, you don't even realize not only, are you causing yourself, um, weight gain, but you are also causing this subconscious stronghold, this inflammatory process is happening in your body, and you don't even realize how much it's affecting you. So, food addiction is a condition where a person has a compulsive, uncontrollable urge to eat certain foods, often those high in sugar, fat, and salt. It activates the brain's reward system in a way similar to drugs and alcohol. When I said food makes me happy, I'm telling you, it made me very, very happy. Your girl had to break away from this. How did I do it? I did multiple 21-day water fast. I did a 42-day water fast. In 2021, that was my birthday gift to myself. You have to get in your mind that you are going to make an intentional decision to just make another choice. That you feel some kind of way about something and you are just going to make another choice instead of whether yours is food, the alcohol, the drugs, sometimes it's sex. I mean, we're grown. I know it's gospel radio, but let's talk about it. Right? It's all of the things that makes us happy, those things that will release those natural happy endorphins. What is your thing? So I just want you to take a minute and think about how your body is affected with between the inflammation, between the foods that we are choosing. These are some signs of food addiction. If you're craving certain foods, even when you're full, if you're losing control over eating and consuming more than a 10, honey, I always was eating when I was full, would eat a whole plate and still was like, lay down for a minute. And then I'm thinking about what else I can eat. Not because I was hungry, but because I was stressed. Yes. Because I might have been sad about something. Because I was just overthinking. Some people do it out of boredom. I can't say that I've ever done that, but it happens. Then you're feeling guilty. These are signs of food addiction. Then you're feeling guilty after eating, but repeating the behavior. If you're eating to cope with stress, anxiety, or sadness, signs of food addiction. If you're struggling to stop eating unhealthy foods despite negative health effects, that means you know you have the diabetes, you know you have heart disease, you know you need to be making better choices, but you're still doing it anyway. Then that's a sign of food addiction. I'm a person that I'll say if you don't, because some people are like, I'm not claiming that. I heard you. I'm not claiming that. I'm not claiming that. I'm not putting that label on myself. And that's all good, boo. That's all good. But what I want you to know is that until you get to a place where you can be honest with yourself, you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell anyone else, right? But until you get to a place where you can get to that mirror and look yourself in your eyes and be honest with yourself, that's reflections choosing me guilt free. I'm going to be honest with myself and say, you know what? Mm, mhm. If you feeling any kind of way today, I'm talking to you, boo. And if it's not you, then you know somebody that it is. So go to the YouTube channel and send them the replay. Right? So, how can we look? I'm scrolling up my notes. How can we address this chronic inflammation? It is a crucial Addressing the chronic inflammation is crucial because it plays a significant role, as we talked about, in serious health conditions. Unlike acute inflammation, chronic inflammation can silently damage your tissues, your organs over time, and, like we talked about, cause those health complications. So, we want to prevent, right? We want to make some healthier choices. So, how do we reduce the chronic inflammation? Well, there is an anti inflammatory diet that you can go on, and you can just Google it. It's nothing out there that's crazy or anything. You literally can Google this information, but it is a diet that is more rich in fruits, veggies, whole grains, healthy fats, and lean proteins. Yeah, I could name a bunch of foods, but you're on the radio. People are driving. You can't write it down, but go ahead and Google it, right? And get that list. Don't try to do everything on the list, but pick a few things. What happens when people are not successful when you start making changes is that we just get so gung ho and excited, and we're like, oh, I'm going to just throw away everything and I'm going to start and I'm going to do this and that. And that is, as we talked last week, a self sabotaging behavior. So you gradually introduce these foods. This week, what am I going to do? Pick one or two foods. Look at the list and pick one or two that you're going to incorporate in your diet. When I first started doing this, you could not get me to eat an avocado. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, I don't want it. I don't know. But every time that I'm teaching, right? Been a nurse for 25 years. So I'm out here in these streets, in these good community streets teaching. Every list, avocado is at the top of the list. Number one, healthiest fat food, healthiest fat that you can eat. I'm like, let me get it out. Healthiest fat that you can eat, right? And I wasn't eating it. I said, okay, my daughter's a chef. I said, my oldest girl is a chef. Boo, I said, I need you to help me with this avocado. I had been through a couple of fasts at that point. I was ready to make some changes. I said, I've got to. My vessels, I had gone to the doctor a couple of times and my blood pressure was going up. I had gained weight. I'm like, this is crazy. And so making a conscious decision, I said, baby, please help me get this avocado. And here your mama, this what I do. So I want some help, but then I want to be picky about the help, right? So here I go. I don't have a whole bunch of time to be in that kitchen. So I need something sweet, sweet and short. Like give me something real quick and fast. Just five ingredients, and that's it. Five or six. And not a whole bunch of time because my feet hurt and I don't have time to be standing. Is that what we do? Is that what we do? Harry, give me something. So she gave me a guacamole, really, really simple, good guacamole recipe. And I'm gonna tell you what it is real quick. So it's avocado, and you can make this chunky. I make mine's both ways. I make it chunky, or sometimes I'll, mix it so that's like, squish like how you see it, mixed together. But avocado, I cheat and get the pico already cut up and diced. So that's tomato and onion and tomato, onion, jalapeno is in there and whatever else. Some I feel like I'm missing an ingredient. Whatever's in pico de gallo, and you can get mild or hot, right? So I got my avocado, I got my pico, and then salt and pepper, a little bit, just a little bit, and a sprinkle of lime juice, just like a teaspoon of juice, but you can do it to taste. That's it. That's it. That's it, y'all. Mix that thing up, and it is amazing. Oh my gosh, the first time I ate it, I took it to work because, I was all nervous. I took it to work with me. The girls were laughing at me. I was like, y'all help me. Baby, I went back 2 and 3 days and got that thing. It was really, really good. Look, it was that good. I had to spend 2 minutes on it. The next thing you can do for inflammation is exercise, right? Exercise regularly, walking. I am doing a special this month on the podcast. It is called in Reflections Choosing Me. It's called Lessons and Blessings for Women History Month. So every day I'm talking to an amazing woman that has inspired and empowers my life. And yesterday was going to premiere tonight or tomorrow. I can't remember, but Miss Pat Brenham, Patricia Brenham, I had on. She is an oncology nurse, and she talked about Girl Trek, which is a national organization that is started by two African American girls that just says to walk simply 30 minutes a day. Monday through Friday, just walk 30 minutes a day. They have a pledge save to save us because all the comorbidities that we talked about already, right? It is really just that simple. Getting out, walking 30 minutes a day. What if I can't walk, Michelle? Well, you can do some leg lifts in your chair. You can do some arm raises. Whatever you can do, I guarantee you can Google how to exercise in a chair and go to YouTube and put in there exercise in a chair. I promise you, umpteen videos is going to pop up. Number 3, this is very, very important, managing stress. Mindfulness, meditation, breathing exercises. Y'all, cortisol levels go up when you're stressed, which causes that chronic inflammation to stick around longer. The stress level affects your heart, affects your mind, affects your spirit, right? Exercise helps to breathe in. It helps you to bring in good oxygen into your cells. It helps your body to reproduce. It makes you feel good. It makes your heart happy, y'all. And so managing your stress, getting out walking, all those things, it makes a tremendous difference. And you don't have to beat yourself up about it saying, oh my gosh, I was going to start the last time I heard her talking about this. Right? Oh, my doctor said so and so. Don't beat yourself up. It's some twins out there. I call them shame and guilt. Demonic. Shame and guilt. Don't do that to yourself. Pluck them twins off your shoulder, off your ear with all that negative self-talk, right? And replace them with God's grace and mercy, honey. Those are the twins that you want to carry around with you. For anybody out there talking about what they should have done, I knew this, I should be doing this. Boo, just start, right? Just get up and start. The last 2 is getting enough sleep. Did you know that your sleep habits cause inflammation? Yes, poor sleep contributes to inflammation. Your body refurbishes itself at night. It gets all the old junk and cells and all the things and makes new cells at night when you're asleep in REM sleep. And if you're not sleeping, guess what your body's not doing? Okay. It's not refurbishing. It's not cleaning. It's not doing all the things. The last one is avoiding smoking and limiting alcohol, as both, of course, can worsen inflammation. And so, family, again, we start in this series, Demonic Entities. This is day number 2, show 2 for demonic entities, inflammation in the body. Did you know inflammation did all that? It's no problem. That's why your girl here. All right. That's all I got for you. I will be back next week and we'll be talking about the twins, shame and guilt. I'll see y'all next week. Well, family, this has been another divine intervention. Thank you for tuning in to Reflections, Choosing Me Guilt Free with your girl, Miss Michelle D.I. Every week, we will have the uncomfortable but necessary conversations as it relates to your mind, your body, your spirit, and emotions. You suffered long enough. It's time to break free. So join me every Monday at 1 p.m. right here on KGLD Radio, where you can fill your spirit with gospel all day long. See you next week. Well, family,